the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, DA. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounds.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. And it's Capella in at the 5, home in the paint. And for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Shamet in at the shooting guard.
What I like about that play, DeAndre Jordan not just looking to corral the miss, he's looking to finish the job.
Young against Irving. Capella trying to free himself up. That one goes in. And now that we have some time away from it, Steve, how strange and wild were the NBA playoffs in the bubble?
You know, Kevin, having players see each other in hallways while going to battle later that night was definitely different. Spending that much time together. We'll eventually look back and view it as one of the most interesting times in the NBA history.
Here's Young, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And Young, here we go. And the basket is good. Young's got his second basket of the game.
Look, this is how you draw it up coming out of the locker room. 3 of 3 so far.
In the corner, Shamet with it. It's tipped.
When you watch Kevin Herter, he plays hard at the defensive end. That was an effort block.
Young, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Young against Irving. This is to Jordan. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
And Young, here we go. Basket good. Young's got 8 points.
Oh, my goodness. 5 straight coming out of the gate.
Irving from long range. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense. Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
Here's Irving following the basket by Trae Young. Irving's shot is good.
Defensively, someone has to stay with Kyrie on the pick and roll. He's too good of a scorer.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, G.A.? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Joe Harris. Brownie's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for John Collins. Bogdanovich is checked in for Reddish. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Kevin Herter.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Rondo dishes to Young. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. He's got 14.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game. Tony Snell's checked in for the Hawks. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. To the middle, here's Harden. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
You see Griffin keeping his eyes up, looking for a hole in that defense.
Outside Rondo. Alinari finds Rondo. The Hawks working the ball around. Back to Snell. Now Rondo. 6 to shoot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Love Rondo down there on the block. Nice move to catch the D off guard.
Jeff Green is checked in for the Nets. He hits the second from the line. 56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Durant deciding where to go with it. Rebound by the Hawks. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
You know, I love what the coaches did tonight. They pushed the right buttons time and time again.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Out to the right wing. Back to Gallinari. Stolen by Harden. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active.
Rondo passes to Snell. Puts up a 3. Atlanta again missing. Outside, KD. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Hawks. We've got Bogdanovich. Okongwu is out there, Gallinari. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Rondo in at the point guard.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break.
Snell kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Snell. Shoots over Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Durant. He has been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game. Green, the pass to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
If you allow Blake Griffin to get that close, the result, a dunk.
And here's Rondo. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Chalk up 2 there.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Harden with it. Now guarded by Gallinari.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now here's Rondo. In the corner, Snell with it. A 3-ball. Doesn't go that time. Harden against Rondo. It's rebounded by Rondo.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Rondo against Harden. Pass to KD. Harden trying to get open. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Brown. Brooklyn trailing. Harden outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Now here's Jordan. After the miss from Trae Young. Jordan, the pass to Shamet. Irving looking for an opening. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Now, here is Irving. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Detroit. A three. Jordan kicks to Irving. It's stolen by Reddish. The finish. And Reddish with the slam.
Solid transition play from Cam Reddish, working hard to make an impact.
Irving against Young. Irving drives in, makes it off the glass. Irving's got 6.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Young passes to Capella.
And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
And it's Irving missing. The Hawks leading by 5. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Reddish dishes to Capella. And Young kicks to Reddish. Back to Young. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
Incredible night for Trae. Has direct involvement in nearly every facet of this offense.
Here's Irving. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 20 points and one. And now with the second half about to get underway.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
We've got Durant. Landry Shamet is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Jordan in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. The Hawks leading by 5. Young up top. Kicks it out to Collins. Capella, the pass to Young. Back to Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Capella's got 5 now.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Irving with the ball. He has 6. Man showing some terrific range.
Oh, he is saying, come out and find me. Kyrie from well beyond the arc.
And Young, here we go. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Young. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Good on the shot.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's KD. And finished off by KD.
He loves to fire up his team with the big finish. KD rocking the rim.
From deep, Collins. It's hauled in by Harris. Nets trail by 4. Here's Irving. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He's got 11.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Collins finds Capella. Collins against Durant. 5 on the clock. Fades and shoots. Shot by Collins, no good.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
That evens the score. Shamet's got his second basket.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
Durant, yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
Right wing. Reddish with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break over Collins. The Nets working the ball around now. From deep three-point range. Rajon Rondo with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
He gets it in there.
Never one to shy away. Collins delivers as much contact as he receives.
Collins against KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
And it's Capella missing. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 15-6 run. Irving from long range. That one's not going to go. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Capella dishes to Collins. A second chance effort. And Capella with the layup. Capella's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Irving's shot is good.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
54 seconds left to play in the third. To the wing on the left. Rondo against Irving. The 11-footer. That one a little long. And so it's Durant with it. They'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A 2-point game. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Rondo's running. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot-blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Green in for Joe Harris. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for John Collins. Alinari comes in for Reddish. Bogdanovich is checked in for Kevin Huerter. And Trae Young subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Man, it is tough holding down Kyrie. Smooth release on that shot.
Young inside. He's covered by Irving. Fires top of the key. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Irving's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
We're seeing the full arsenal here tonight. Uncle Drew turning up.
Shots continuing to fall as we... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Tony Snell. Gallinari is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Young in at the 1 spot. Young drives in, and it's sent back by Irving. Back to Snell. It's Young on the wing.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Shamet finds Irving. There's the 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. The Hawks trail by 7.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That one falls.
You know, defensively, you try to do everything possible to get a hand up on Young's shot, but he just ignores the contact and plays through it.
Irving double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Hawks now. Here's Snell, defended by Griffin. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Pass to Young. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. And the Hawks making a change here. Reddish is checked in. Nets leading by 5. Irving double team. To the paint. Here's the 3. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Count that one. Young's got 24 points.
He's fearless. Trae Young knows he's probably going to take contact, and it doesn't matter at all.
Double by Bogdanovich. Outside Irving. Rebounded by the Hawks. And now here comes Young leading the break. Shakes him over Irving. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Defensively, just when you think you have Young's shot timed out, he pulls it back down.
Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Green. And then for Atlanta, John Collins comes in for Okongwu. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. The shot's good from Irving.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space. He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Outside Jordan. Harris outside. Outside Irving. It's deflected. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. And he makes that one. Now just a 3-point Nets lead.
Big time play. Cam Reddish stepping up to the plate. We know he has the talent to do so.
Here's Irving. It's good. Irving's got 10 points in the quarter.
Calm in the heat of the storm. Kyrie with a big bucket.
The Hawks trail by 5. 1:43 left to play in the final quarter. It's good.
Trae Young doesn't get rattled and plays very well under pressure.
Young against Irving. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Here's Young. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
His moves get Trae inside. He's able to take the shot despite the aggressive deep.
And the Nets making a change here. Durant's checked in. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
Young against Irving. Young with the steal. Oh, and they take the lead. Young's got 34.
Incredible competitor. Trae Young always wants to be the one to take this shot.
Irving against Young. It's in!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Here's Capella. Count it!
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
Irving against Young. Irving passes to Durant. Yes!
I mean, no hesitation in the clutch. Scoring the ball is second nature to KD.
About 3 seconds between shot and gameplay. Young drives in. Good!
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
Here is Durant. Now Irving. No good. And there's the pass to Shamet. Right side Durant. Over Collins.
And in terms of defending the shot, DeAndre stands out. He has great time.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony.
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Hawks on their way to the locker room earlier, hoping to send their and with tip-off coming up. We've got...
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Danilo Gallinari.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the small forward. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the back. Clint Capella is out there with Collins, and it's Fernando in at the 5. Here's Simmons, following the basket by Trae Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Clint Capella.
And look at the fearlessness. It comes into play when you talk about Simmons. He's a force inside. And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
Now, here is Young. Playing Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. He gets that one.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Curry dishes to Embiid. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And C-Webb, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, Jay. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
Young's shot is good.
You know, improving on certain aspects of his game, it's crucial Young continues to knock down these tough interior shots.
Now here's Simmons. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Here's Young. He's got 6.
Wonderful instincts on the defensive end. I like how Simmons stays after his man. He's not letting him get comfortable.
And Curry has it in the corner. Green kicks to Harris. And it's pretty clear that Adam Silver would like to implement, Chris, a mid-season tournament. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for the Hawks. Rondo comes in for Young. You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with his play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. 3-point lead. They defeated the Wizards in their last one.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, the crowd didn't seem to faze them at all. They knew what their game plan was and followed it accordingly.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Kicks it out to Collins. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Here's Fernando. Over Simmons. Fernando can't get it to go.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Simmons inside. He's covered by Rondo. And that one's good. Simmons.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Bogdanovich with it. Now defended by Embiid. Shoots. Kept alive.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
Curry looking it over. Pass to Embiid. On the wing, Harris. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Out to the right wing. And a wide open look for Capella. No good again that time. The 76ers leading by 10. Harris passes to Curry. Back to Harris. He kicks to Embiid. Curry on the wing. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Now here is Harris. After the miss from John Collins. Harris dishes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Here's Maxey over Rondo. Off the inbound, no good. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. 76ers ahead. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Okongwu is out there with Gallinari, and it's Snell in at the small forward spot. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Young.
You know, you can't afford to let Young slip by you, especially in these open floor situations. That is inviting trouble.
There's the pass to Milton. 76ers moving the ball around. Pass to Maxey. Clock at 6. Milton the pass to Maxey. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Embiid. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Young drives in. Okongwu. And it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard patrolling the defense.
Passes to Korkmaz. Back to Howard. Now here's Milton. Feeds it to Howard. A beautiful reverse layup.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy. And Dwight Howard, you know, not the same 35-minute-a-game player he once was, but I tell you what, when he's on the floor, he can still be every bit as effective.
Yeah, Howard can bully teams that go small against him. I mean, he provides a big body to deal with other strong centers. I mean, he also gives the team some great flexibility with how they match up. Love the aggressive mind state. Howard showing how authoritative he is inside.
Now, here is Young. Tight defense on him, and it's sent back by Howard. Pass to Okongwu. Young in the corner. And good that time.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Now, here's Maxey, defended by Young. Howard in the post. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation for the Hawks. John Collins, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Young. The Hawks trail by 14. Rondo passes to Snell. To the inside. And stolen by Howard. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Korkmaz. An easy 2 points on the layup. Korkmaz has got his first bucket in this one.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Collins, good.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
The 76ers leading by 14. 1:53 left in the second quarter. They get the rebound. Goes back up. Howard kicks to Thybulle. The feed now to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Throughout his career, Howard has dominated the boards. The size, touch, and timing he possesses is just a lethal concoction.
Rondo drives in. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
1:16 left now here in the second. Maxey passes to Howard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. So for the Hawks, Bruno Fernando's checked in for Okongwu. Clint Capella comes in for Gallinari. And it's Bogdanovich in for Tony Snell. Rondo kicks to Capella. Outside Collins. Rondo against Harris.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Bogdanovich against Curry. Outside, Simmons. Takes it from 10. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 16.
Oh, you better know where Embiid is. I mean, when you lose sight of him, he'll kill you on the boards.
Here's Rondo. Unloads from 13. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first three from the floor. Curry finds Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
It's easy to forget about the athleticism of Harris until he dunks on your head, and he's happy to remind you of it on that play like that.
Here's Rondo. Good. 7 seconds left to play in the first half. The three from Simmons. He can't get that one. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. 76ers.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Joel, you've got the lead, so how do you build on...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He had 8 points and 4 rebounds. And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Maxey, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. The Hawks trail by 16. Here's Young. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Young's got the first basket of the second half here for Atlanta. To the middle. Here's Embiid. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a forward. I mean, you look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
Still, plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
Outside Curry. And there it is for him. Curry's got 6.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Green taking his time here. The pass to Maxey. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Now the 76ers with it. Good momentum, 8 straight points. And Embiid in the corner. Outside, Green. 76ers moving the ball around. For 3. Fernando pulls it in. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Young, no good.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
Pass to Maxey. Back to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. It's Curry outside. Drains the 3-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, he may just have to put a little more arc under that, but either way, it's a tough shot.
And Embiid with the block.
And the wingspan of Embiid, I mean, very effective at using his length to turn shots back.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Philadelphia.
Maxey passes to Curry. Now, here's Maxey, defended by Young. Now, here's Maxey. And Curry, here we go. Embiid, rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Fernando. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Gallinari comes in for John Collins. Bogdanovich is checked in for Kevin Huerter. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Trae Young. A wide open look here for Okongwu. A quick shot there, and it's off target. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 13-3 run. Here's Embiid, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Wow, and he's an elite scorer with impressive repertoire. Embiid is outstanding at knowing when to exert his will on offense.
Bogdanovich passes to Fernando. Down low. Over Simmons. Fernando, that's good. Here's Simmons. 8 points for him. The shot and game clock separated by 4. From downtown, Fernando pulls it in. Gallinari attacking, and Gallinari throws it down.
And how about the ferocious take? Gallinari proving he can drop an absolute hammer when he wants to.
And so it's Philadelphia holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Rajon Rondo. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Passes it to Okongwu. You know, Chris, every season we see teams in a given game or series. They just don't seem to have that same energy. What are some of the reasons teams fall flat?
Well, I think sometimes, you know, the stakes are a little bit higher in the playoffs. The other team is playing hard. Some teams have never gotten to that level before. Some teams, you know, let their guards down at times. You know, then you try to turn it on, but you're already on the ropes.
Thibault, the pass to Howard. Banked in off the glass. Howard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D, struggling to keep up.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Oh, great feed by Snell. And using that experience he's gained in this league to see the court well.
Here's Korkmaz. Gallinari covering. To the paint. Here's Howard. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Outside Rondo. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Gallinari, the bounce pass. That's tipped. Milton with it. Simmons passes to Milton. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Now Simmons. Free throw line jump shot. And he can't bank that one in. Here's Okongwu. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And here is Simmons. Howard kicks to Korkmaz. And they go to the intentional foul. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. And that one drops.
An effective multi-dimensional scorer. Young is incredible at turning on the Jets when he's feeling it.
Pass to Howard. And here now is Thibault. Young with the steal. Outside Collins. Here's Herter. Capella, the pass to Herter. No good on the shot. Good D by Howard. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The pass to Korkmaz. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
Back to Thibault. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. From beyond the arc, it's hauled in by Clint Capella. Hawks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Joel Embiid.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Maxey. Pass to Scott. Inside. On the wing, Milton. Bradley finds Scott. Here's Korkmaz. No good on the 3. So it's Atlanta now. Fernando, the pass to Young. And it's blocked by Scott. Now, here's Maxey. Takes a 3. Offline.
And right there, Young may never have the...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. No doubt this is a club ready to handle this challenge on the road tonight. What a fantastic look at this. Now that we have a sec and nothing.
Kevin, thanks very much.
DA, he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Shamet in at the 2 guard. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Seth Curry is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Bradley in at the small forward position. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Simmons passes to Harris. It's Bradley on the wing, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And that one's good, Shamet.
And boy, he gets a great jump on the rest of the field there and just leaves them behind.
You love the awareness, the decisiveness. Great job there.
Here's Simmons. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I just love the heart of Simmons. Doesn't matter what the D throws his way, he's still able to complete the play. And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. He does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Kevin Durant uses his length so well, and how about the timing to send that rejection back?
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Now here's Curry. He's covered by Shamet. Curry dishes to Embiid. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Jordan. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on. And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Outside Curry. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in, to the middle, and stolen by Jordan. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Some changes for Philadelphia. Shake Milton comes in for Seth Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Tony Bradley. James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. And Embiid with the block.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on. Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And it's Simmons penetrating.
What breathtaking quickness by Simmons. So good at blowing by whoever is brave enough to try to take him on.
In the corner, it's Harris. Fires the three. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Simmons. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Harden. That one drops for him.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The 76ers trail by 8. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Embiid. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
A nice shot by Irving.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
I go out and I do what I want to. On the run through, I'ma need my funds too. I'm the one, they all know it when I come through. This that sauce, they ain't never match a sex on racks on racks. Up now legs, taking our move. Made my own bars, still I don't lack. Racks on racks, racks on racks on racks. Up now legs, taking our move. Made my own bars, still I don't lack.
And the 76ers with some changes. Dwight Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Simmons. And then for Brooklyn, Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris. They grab their own miss. Maxey passes to Howard. They need this. And the layup is up and in.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Green. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. The 76ers trail by 10. Down low. And that one's good. Korkmaz. 7 seconds left to play in the first. On the wing, Harden. Over Thybulle. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. It's the Nets. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that players have to deal with on a day.
For me, it comes with blocking.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Tyler Johnson is out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Brown. And it's Green in at the 4 spot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul. Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Jeff Green. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Tobias Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Seth Curry comes in for Maxey.
Well, you know what DeAndre Jordan is going to bring to the table every night. Great effort, incredible presence on the backboards, a ton of length defensively. Love everything he does for you.
And that one's good, Simmons.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Here's Harden, and he slams it down right on top of Joel Embiid.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Philadelphia, trailing by 5. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
Harden surveying the D, and the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Landry Shamet's checked in for the Nets. Tyler Johnson comes in for Irving. And Embiid, no good on that one. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention four-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Korkmaz checked in for Joel Embiid. Shake Milton comes in for Dwight Howard. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Simmons. Curry passes to Thybulle. Now Harris. Back to Thybulle. Harris trying to get free. No good that time. Nets leading by 3. Here's Shamet. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Shamet's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do. Find his open teammates.
Here's Korkmaz. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
1:19 left here in the second. To the right side. Here's Korkmaz, defended by Griffin. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut back down to 3 points with the bucket from Korkmaz. Johnson against Curry. Johnson dishes to Griffin. Pass to Shamet. Fires the 3. Shot clock at 6. Griffin inside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Bradley's checked in for Tobias Harris. And Maxey's subbed in for Seth Curry. Then for the Nets, Harris is checked in for Brown. James Harden comes in for Landry Shamet. And Irving subbed in for Tyler Johnson. Nets have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Irving passes to Griffin. Here's Claxton, defended by Milton. Offensive rebound, passes it to Griffin. Irving for 3. Korkmaz grabs the miss. And stolen by Thibault. Now the 76ers on the break. And that one's good. Korkmaz has got 8 here in the quarter.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle.
Hey, Kevin, thanks.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 11 points. And that's going to do it for our halftime show, Seth.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. XCU's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Bradley in at the 3, the small forward. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They lead by 1. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Claxton with the bucket. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
Whew, that's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Simmons against Irving. Shamet. No good on that one. Good D by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 5. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put
folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Durant finds Shamet.
Well, don't let Kevin Durant get comfortable from the mid-range, because that is money in the bank.
Outside Bradley. Back to Simmons. Curry passes to Embiid. From 8. Durant with the steal. 13 feet away. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Kyrie Irving. And Simmons kicks to Curry. To the paint. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting, but there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
Irving with a clean look. Good on the three-point shot. Irving's got 16 points.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Now the pass to Bradley. Back to Simmons. Embiid inside. KD's on him. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
Boy, there is such a punishing physicality to the game of Dwight Howard. Excellent job getting to the free throw line.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Here's Irving. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And that's now 18 points for Kyrie Irving. And the 76ers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Curry passes to Howard, and it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
Well, good night for the defense. Dwight Howard finishes with authority.
Irving kicks to Harris. Durant in the corner. Outside Irving with a tie. That shot off, and it's Philadelphia the other way. To the inside, Curry, and Curry throws it down.
I tell you, he'll catch you off guard from time to time. Seth Curry leaves no doubt.
Outside Irving. Back to Durant. Outside Irving. And Harris wide open. He shoots, drills the three-pointer. Harris has got 6.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Out left to the wing. Embiid kicks to Curry. Simmons passes to Bradley. Curry with it. Here's Howard. Back to Curry. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. 5 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And who draws more fouls than Embiid? Very few players, if any. Too much size and really too much skill to defend.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Howard. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Bradley. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Simmons. Then for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's James Harden in for Irving. Maxey passes to Korkmaz. Here's Maxey. Here's Korkmaz. He feeds it to Embiid. Here's Maxey. And the rejection by Harden. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Milton. And that one released in time, but no good.
Well, you know Joe Harris comes from one of the great defensive coaches in college.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. 76ers ahead, leading by a point. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. Back to Milton for 3. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia. And it's blocked by Jordan.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Timeout called the 76ers. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Korkmaz. Bradley comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Curry's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Simmons finds Bradley. Curry on the wing. Bradley passes to Embiid. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Boy, Kevin Durant, an absolute nightmare in transition. Combined size, speed, great scoring ability. Look out.
Here's Simmons, and Jordan sends it back. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Nets. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. And it's Bradley off the drive. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And it's Tony Bradley with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Jordan. In the corner, Irving with it. Outside Green. Just 5 to shoot. Low block shot on the way. The shot comes out, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. In the corner, Simmons with it. He dishes it to Embiid. Brown against Bradley. Curry kicks to Harris. The shot, no good. Good D by Harden. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Green, no luck. The 76ers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Harris. Simmons got 4 points in the quarter.
Love how Simmons commands the ball, especially in the big moments.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And Simmons kicks to Bradley. On the wing, Harris. Curry on the wing. Guarded by Green. And Embiid throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And here is Irving. Over Curry. And Embiid with the block. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Green. Joe Harris comes in for Bruce Brown. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. 1:27 left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Simmons. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Durant gets it to go. And the Nets lead by 2.
Well, we know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA. And if there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
Simmons passes to Embiid. Curry with a wide-open look. Right between the eyes.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Jordan. Oh, what a dunk!
Out below. Woo. Absolutely fearless. DJ, go to work.
Outside, Simmons. Help!
And when the game is tight, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing when his team desperately needs him to.
Irving double team. To the middle, here's Jordan. Money!
DJ with the fearless opportunity, boy, what a shot.
What is on the line here?
Crowd is so focused.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Curry kicks to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Simmons. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Durant, the pass to Irving. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Irving. And it's Shamet in at the two-guard spot. And for the Hawks, on the wings, Herter and Reddish. Clint Capella is out there with Collins. And it's Young in at the point. Irving. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you set, but I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Irving. No good on that one. So Atlanta will take it the other way. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met, but what a great game.
And in that game you mentioned, it was a great game. The reserves played a huge role.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Outside Irving. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot. For Atlanta, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Young dishes to Capella. The Hawks working the ball around. Young passes to Herter. Shot clock at 5. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And it's Capella missing. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Irving finds Shamet. Back to Irving. Inside, and he banks in the layup. And that's now 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
And stolen by Jordan. A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got 11 points.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
Young looking around. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Just a bright, young offensive talent. Young isn't shy about forcing the action. Takes a lot of trips to the line.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Gallinari comes in for John Collins. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Reddish. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Kevin Huerter. And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
And that one, good.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Now, here is Young. Last game he had 28 points. Back to Gallinari. From deep. And it's Griffin with the rebound. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. It's a 5-point game. Brown inside. Gallinari covering. Harris inside the line. Almost, but it rolls out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. 5 of 5 to start. I think he's in a zone.
I think they've got to consider throwing a few different looks his way early on, especially if he keeps shooting like this.
Here is Harden following the basket by Trae Young. Griffin's shot is good.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gallinari in the corner. Griffin with the steal. It's Harden. Oh, what a play!
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Goes up. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Hawks. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. Then there's Bogdanovic. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. Rondo kicks to Snell. Rondo passes to Bogdanovic. And here is Okongwu. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Yeah, his teammates are going to like Gallinari more and more with every one of those passes. Good job to set up for a wide-open look.
Harden, that's good. Harden's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Collins comes in for Gallinari. Reddish, he's checked in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Durant, and it's in off the backboard. Durant's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high. Makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA, and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Irving's checked in for James Harden. Nets leading by 12. And a deep three from Irving. That three off the mark. Action's on 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Irving. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. KD's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, how about the outstanding hustle from Durant? I mean, getting out on the break as soon as the ball was headed the other way. The more bodies going up court, the better.
Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Shots good by Durant. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Young's checked in for the Hawks. Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Capella finds Young. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Atlanta shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
You know, he was born in Switzerland, guys. Clint Capella's had quite the journey to NBA stardom. I mean, started his pro career in France, and he was a late first-round pick in 2014.
Nobody near Irving. Misses the three. It's stolen by Green. Here's Durant. Second shot opportunity. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Young outside. Pass to Capella. And it's sent back by KD.
That extraordinary reach, combined with good timing, makes Durant a real threat as a shot blocker.
It's Durant on the wing. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Passes it to Capella. Young outside. Here's Collins. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Hawks shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for John Collins. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Reddish. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Kevin Huerter. The Nets also changing it up. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Landry Shamet.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Irving. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 13.
Well, I tell you what, he's one of the best scorers in the game, and I love how Irving continues to be in attack mode.
To the paint. Here's Okongwu. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. Shaq, let's get your take on Brooklyn.
The guy who's taking control.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Durant. Kyrie Irving is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harris, and it's small forward. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Atlanta shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
6 on the shot clock. And it's Capella missing.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Back to Herter. And there's the pass to Reddish. And stolen by Jordan. Durant with it. And it's Reddish picking him up. Wasted no time on that one. KD's got 10 points.
Boy, being able to score from any place on the court makes Durant a space creator for his team. I mean, it's not just inside. It's not just threes. It's that mid-range game, too.
To the wing right side. Over to the left wing. Young passes to Capella. Now here's Reddish. Down low and stolen by Jordan. A nice shot by KD. And that's 12 points for Kevin Durant.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
Back to Herter, to the middle. Capella kicks to Reddish. Out to the wing, inside, and the dunk by Capella.
Capella's so good at finishing around the rim, showing you right there. Great explosiveness inside.
Young against Irving. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
To the left side wing. Right side, Collins. The Hawks working the ball around. And the dunk by Capella.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Jordan the pass to Harris. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Young's running. And the layup falls. 16 points for him.
You know, you can't afford to let Young slip by you, especially in these open floor situations. That is inviting trouble.
Irving passes to Jordan. Rebounded by the Hawks.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Young's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Hawks trail by 14. And Reddish with the slam.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Here's Irving. Here's Jordan. The kick out to Irving. Off target with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
To the paint. Here's Capella. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. And that one, good.
Focus, intense focus. Durant has bundles of it. Once he catches the rock, the first thing on his mind is let it go.
Capella kicks to Young. Pass to Collins. And here's Reddish. At the elbow, Collins. And the foul on Joe Harris. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Harris. Bruce Brown is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Harden in for Kyrie Irving.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Here's Harden, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Exceptional strength. Harden is so smart at creating opportunities to get to the free throw line.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
Gallinari on the wing. Pass to Rondo. To the inside. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And it's Harden slamming it down.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Feeds to Okongwu. To the left wing. Rondo passes to Okongwu. Back to Rondo. It could go. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Excellent coverage from Durant, able to guard multiple positions.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nets lead by 50.
We get stops if we don't have it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Rajon Rondo is out there with Tony Snell. Then there's Gallinari. Then there's Bogdanovic. And it's Okongwu in at the center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Drains it from beyond the arc. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. Here's Snell. He can't hit that time. Griffin with some nice D. Durant finds Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. From past the arc, hands it from downtown. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Back to Snell. And it's Rondo in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. The Hawks working the ball around. Snell, the pass to Rondo. Nets leading by 19 points. It's Irving, top of the key. Over Rondo. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Bogdanovic. And Bogdanovic throws it down.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
Inside, here's Brown, and then Brown with the dunk.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
And Gallinari kicks to Snell. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Irving. Down low. Stolen by Collins. Capella goes in. Great D that time from Green. Out to the right wing. Collins dishes to Capella to the left side wing. Pocket 6. Out to the wing. Another shot. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. No good on the layup. Brooklyn leading by 19 points. Irving with it, and Young picks him up defensively. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Green. Joe Harris comes in for Blake Griffin. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Bruce Brown. Back to Herter. Reddish the pass to Herter. It's Young on the wing. Here's Capella, guarded by Jordan. And it's Capella missing.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nets.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And after a number of battles over the course of this season series, this victory tonight is going to finish them off with an advantage of 3-1 on the year against the Hawks.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Back to Collins. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Goodwin kicks to Hill. Fernando, the pass to Hill. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Now Hill. And it's Goodwin atop the key. And Hill, the bucket on the assist by Goodwin.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Johnson, the pass to Harden. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They came in here, and David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
I'm the 2KMC, and I'm excited for what's coming up in the neighborhood. Who's ready to have some fun? This weekend, check out Rush 3v3. Win 4 games in a row for a chance to score VC, exclusive My Player items, and more. On Wednesday, make sure you head to the cages, because all day long, you can jump high and earn double rep. Next weekend, get ready to conquer the courts, 3-on-3 style.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming right up. A Sunday afternoon with the NBA. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Ben Simmons.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the 3. Here's the Hawks with the ball.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end. Herter up there high to throw it down.
The drive by Simmons. Pass to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And he gets it to go.
Such a precise player. When Young notices those kind of openings, he definitely is looking to attack.
Outside, Green. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Now, here is Young. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Count that bucket.
Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Collins. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Reddish with the ball. He's against Green. A shot by Reddish, no good. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 2. They get it back. Here's Harris. Lays it up off the glass.
Now, Tobias has a good frame and has good strength. I like to see him go in there and put it to good use on the offensive glass.
Hawks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Simmons against Young. Here's Capella and Embiid with the block. Curry deciding where to go with it. Rebound Atlanta. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Well, the second unit came in last game and just played lights out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Here's Simmons. Following the basket by Cam Reddish.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Now, here is Young. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And Curry, here we go. And the dunk by Embiid.
And that interior presence of Embiid. Guys that big shouldn't be able to move like that.
Young outside. score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
And really, Simmons is nearly impossible to contain when he's sprinting to the hoop. An athletic behemoth who causes defenders fits.
Now, here is Young. He has 6. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Capella kicks to Collins. The kick out to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they pick up 2. 8 points for Trae Young.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Simmons against Young. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, guys, you really can't say enough about Simmons. Bouncing off defenders like it's nothing on his way to the basket.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Young is double. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
And Simmons slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Young, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Philadelphia. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And
being from Africa, at the end of the day, you come here.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
They've got Korkmaz. Howard is out there with Embiid. Then there's Maxey. And it's Milton in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Rebound by the Hawks. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
Maxey passes to Howard. Shooting foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific.
Wow, hammering it in! And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Howard finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. And the 76ers lead by 5.
Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
Pass to Bogdanovich. He feeds it to Okongwu. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Rondo. Excellent D from Howard. The 76ers leading by 5. Thibault kicks to Howard. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Hilton the pass to Howard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Gallinari.
And you know how physical Howard is down there. When he's going up with his shot, he is expecting contact.
And the 76ers with some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Korkmaz. Green comes in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. Herter passes to Capella. Back to Herter. Lets it go with the 3. The Hawks again can't hit. 76ers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Howard finds Thibault. Green deciding where to go with it. Thibault, the pass to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
That's the way to put your vertical to good use. Dwight Howard on the jam.
The Hawks trail by 8.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And the rejection by Collins.
Oh, sir. Collins sending that one away.
Curry's checked in for Danny Green. 1:29 left in the first half of the game. Howard dishes to Curry. Back to Howard. Collins grabs the miss.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Count it. Good.
And sometimes Reddish might defer too often, and maybe sometimes that's true. But also give him credit for being unselfish.
Thibault, the pass to Howard. Sweet move. And Capella sends it back. Now here's Reddish. Guarded by Curry. Herter, no good. The 76ers leading by 4. Harris passes to Simmons. From 8. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Simmons got 10 points in the game.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
To the paint. Here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And the scoring is one thing, but Young's ability to set his teammates up, just as important.
Simmons against Young. And Simmons kicks to Curry. Offline with his 3. The Hawks trail by 4. Young taking his time here. 4 seconds left. Capella controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far.
Kevin, thanks.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here, welcoming you back to the 2K Sports. Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He had 10 points, and this... That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for Atlanta, on the wings, Herter and Reddish. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the point. Curry fires from way outside. Collins grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
Great to watch Trae Young set plays up on a nightly basis.
The 76ers lead. Curry dishes to Simmons. The pass to Embiid. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Embiid's got 4 points in the quarter.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Here's Young, and that one drops for him.
Trae Young showing you variety. He can score in a lot of ways.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Harris. Shake Milton comes in for Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons. Here's Okongwu. And Embiid with the block.
Length plus agility. Great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Molinari passes to Rondo. For the tie. Can't hit that one. And Philadelphia the other way now. Pass to Korkmaz. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And there's the defensive 3-second call. For Philadelphia, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And the 76ers making a change here. Eibel's checked in. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
Here's Okongwu. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Okongwu's now got 5 points so far. The 76ers leading by 3. Maxey passes to Milton. Right wing. Now, here's Maxey. He's guarded closely for Philadelphia. They have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. And the first one drops. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Back to Rondo. Pass to Gallinari. Here's Rondo. The feed to Okongwu. The shot, no good. Good D by Embiid. Here's Korkmaz. And Embiid throws it down.
And guys, we've become accustomed to this. Embiid's a dynamic scorer who's comfortable shouldering the offensive load. And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Korkmaz passes to Thibault. Basket good.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
The Hawks trail by 7. Feeds it to Okongwu. It's a floater. Good D by Embiid.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And here's Maxey. Back to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
What a scary sight. Joel Embiid with all that momentum taking it to the hoop, looking like a freight train.
Here's Snell. Here's Okongwu. And it's off the back rim. No good. Now the 76ers on the break. Embiid with it. 1 second left. The shot that time not on target. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Embiid is out there with Howard. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then it's Curry. And it's Harris in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the 76ers.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot-blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
Danny Green, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Passes to Howard. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
The Hawks trail by 10. Young outside. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Here's Simmons. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 7 rebounds in the game. Over to the left wing. And stolen by Simmons. Lobbed up there for Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
You have to get in front of Dwight Howard. And he has that kind of room to soar. He's going to finish alley-oops with style.
And there's the call on Howard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. At the elbow, it's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And it's Simmons penetrating. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And it's off from 3-point range. In the corner, Herter with it. Collins dishes to Capella. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Philadelphia leading by 8. Simmons passes to Curry. The drive by Simmons. Good work defensively by Capella. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. And Reddish with the slam.
And that's some athleticism on display as Cam Reddish gets to the rim.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've led by as much as 10. Simmons passes to Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists in the game.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And stolen by Simmons. And Curry with the clear path to the hoop. And he comes up with the deuce. Curry's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers. The Hawks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Young inside. Guarded by Simmons. Young against Simmons. And the pass to Capella. Embiid with the steal. Harris dishes to Simmons. To the middle. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And who draws more fouls than Embiid? Very few players, if any. Too much size and really too much skill to defend.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Gallinari, he's checked in for Collins. Young up top, guarded by Simmons. Up again, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now Simmons. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
On deep. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And stolen by Simmons.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the 76ers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Joel Embiid.
I just loved his defense. He took pride in swatting away a bunch of shots tonight and made his impact felt. And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Now, here's Scott. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. Fernando pulls it in. Okongwu, the pass to Goodwin. He kicks to Okongwu. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the three, the small forward. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the three slot.
When Durant dunks the ball, it's such an effortless lift. He just goes up and throws it down like it's nothing.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
But the versatility of Simmons, astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
And it's Irving missing. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now the pass to Simmons. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Embiid. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. And at the midway point, what stands out, Chris, to you about this phase of the regular season?
Well, Kevin, it's always that the standings are pretty much solidified, the favorites, the cellar dwellers, and this is where a front office will take a hard look at their roster and maybe look to make some moves as well. Is there a more entertaining player in this league than Joel Embiid? I mean, on the court, he's a...
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Embiid. 23 points for him the last game against Washington.
And his impact wasn't just on offense. He played great D. Blocked 2 shots. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot he didn't do in that game.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Joel Embiid. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Green kicks to Harris. Here's Simmons. Chalk up 2 there. Simmons got 6 points.
What focus from the young guard. I like how Simmons stayed locked in on scoring despite the contact.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Irving, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Embiid. Outside for Simmons. The shot misses, and Brooklyn will come the other way. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters, and they stepped up big in that game.
Stolen by Durant. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Oh, such a smart defensive player. He knows how to use his reach to alter shots.
Brooklyn making some changes. Jeff Green, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Brown comes in for Landry Shamet. And James Harden subbed in for Irving. And the 76ers also making a change. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Good work there as it goes.
Now, he's perfect from the field this quarter. He's giving them the fits out there.
And stolen by Harris. In transition, here come the Nets. And Harden with the stuff.
Good recognition from Durant. He's a talented passer.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. They trail by 3. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
And that's what led them to a blowout win. Offensively, they were solid, but their defense was what really carried them.
And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. It's his first trip to the line.
He's known as a three-point specialist. I mean, Green is also an excellent perimeter defender. A great role guy who plays within himself.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Shake Milton. And Maxey subbed in for Simmons.
Oh, that's just too much strength from Howard. A little contact doesn't bother him in the least.
Harden left side. Pass to Griffin. And stolen by Thibault. And now the 76ers on the break. And that one's good. Korkmaz. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Harden, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Love how Harden attacks the basket when he's close by. Just relentless in finding ways to get himself to the line.
Timeout called the 76ers. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They were flat out sniping from deep. They look very comfortable pulling the trigger on the road.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in the top. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. Harden out there with Brown, and it's Green, then there's Griffin, and it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. Here's Korkmaz. Against Washington, he was really on his game.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Now, here is Harden. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Green. Good on the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Harden outside. Inside. Got a piece of it. Howard with the steal. And here we go again. The 76ers on the break. Passes it to Maxey. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden. Leading the fast break. See the stat sheet here for Kyrie Irving.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
The night Harden put up 60 points and had a triple-double, that was so amazing. I got to mention that's incredible.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Landry Shamet comes in for Green, and Irving subbed in for Brown. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Shamet, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. The 76ers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Korkmaz passes to Maxey. He feeds it to Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Love the aggressive mind state. Howard showing how authoritative he is inside.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Claxton the pass to Jordan. Great D that time from Howard.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And Howard with the stuff.
Oh, you have to appreciate the athleticism of Howard. A little bit older now, but still moves to the rim very well.
Irving for 3. But they'll get another chance. Jordan kicks to Irving. The three-pointer, no good.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Great positioning on the putback. Shamet's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip-in.
Maxey passes to Korkmaz. Now, here's Maxey. He kicks it to Howard. Pass to Thibault. Just 3 to shoot. Second chance effort, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And the one thing we know about...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players.
Once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
Simmons against Irving. And that one, good. Irving's got 8 points.
And you can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
The drive by Simmons. Yep, that one goes in there. Simmons got the lead up to 5 now for Philadelphia.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. .41 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Irving finds Durant. Fast break, Philadelphia. And slam dunk by Harris.
It's easy to forget about the athleticism of Harris until he dunks on your head, and he's happy to remind you of it on that play like that.
Irving against Embiid, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. The pass to Milton. Back to Harris. Nails the baby hook. Harris has got 4 points this quarter.
And look how committed Harris is when he's sprinting to the hoop. Not many defenders are going to want to get in his way, and he's that intense.
And stolen by Jordan. And a close game so far. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He had 14 points. And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. Getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Taking a look at the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the 3.
Well, growing up in Australia, Ben Simmons played lots of Australian rules football. When you watch him play, that's the toughness you see.
Nobody near Irving. Off target from three-point range.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
And Simmons slams it in.
That's the savvy veteran Green. He's able to spot when his teammates aren't being covered. That's a nice read right there.
No good from Irving.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Harris dishes to Green. Back to Harris. Down low. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Irving kicks to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
He's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself.
The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Look at that burst of speed. Look how well Simmons used that to get to the lane he wanted to get to the rim. You're going to pay for it.
Durant against Green. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The 76ers leading by 8. At the top of the key, Embiid. Back to Simmons. Curry deciding where to go with it. Here's Embiid. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Jordan.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
It's good. Durant's got 12 points in the game.
There was a time when people said Durant didn't finish well through contact. Those days are long gone.
And what a play, just snatched out of the air. Credit the block for Shamet. And then Durant with the dunk.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
Second chance opportunity so big in this instance. They have to feel fortunate that they could extend that play.
And it's Irving missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Harris passes to Curry. He dishes it to Embiid. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Now the passion in New York is a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. It's just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Griffin's checked in for Kevin Durant. Dwight Howard's checked in for Philadelphia. Bible. The 76ers again can't hit it. Now, here is Harden, and the shot goes down. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
It would be a shame to make all this progress and let them off the hook. Keep the pressure on.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, what hustle from Harden. Just sprinting down the floor in transition, finding a great shot as a result.
Bible on the wing. And there's the feed to Howard. Some solid defense from Brown. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Harden, no good. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Maxey. Good, nice job down low.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Harden, they kick it out to Green. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, you love seeing Harden take off of the slam. He has just unreal hops.
76ers have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. For the lead, that drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 16 points for him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Maxey, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Maxey's got it all tied up now for Philadelphia.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Brown out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Hicks. And it's Claxton in at the four-man position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Thibault finds Embiid. Poked loose and taken away by Brown. Now, here is Harden. He's guarded close. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Harris is checked in for Korkmaz. Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And his offense just hasn't been there.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. His three-pointers off the mark. Brooklyn leading by 5. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stop.
Ferocious player on the offensive end. Harden is fantastic at staying aggressive, actively looking for a shot.
Harris passes to Embiid, poked away. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden's got the ball.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
76ers moving the ball around. Simmons can't get it to go. The Nets on offense. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's an 11-point Nets lead.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
And it's Green missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Green, he's checked in for Griffin. Durant comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. The shot's good from Irving.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Curry on the wing. Pass to Green. Back to Curry. Lets the three fly. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen. They've got to communicate much better out there.
And here are the Nets. They've gone on a 13-0 run. Here's Irving. And Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The first one falls. And the Nets making a change here. Jordan's checked in. And Embiid drops them both.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
There's the lob for Harris. Jordan the pass to KD. 6 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's what Jordan does best. An extremely lethal dunk.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Back to Curry. In the corner, it's Harris. Outside Curry. And the wide open shot from Green. But they recover it. Here's Embiid. Count that one. Embiid's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, you better know where Embiid is. I mean, when you lose sight of him, he'll kill you on the boards.
Irving dishes to Durant. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. On its way from Curry for 2, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. The sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
Here's Irving. There's the 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Nets.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Here's Embiid, and Jordan sends it back. Embiid with the steal.
The height, quickness, the mobility of Embiid, what he possesses, it's just amazing. He's daring the defense to whack.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And Embiid drops them both. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Brown against Curry. 5 to shoot. Pass to Perry. Shoots from the elbow. Not going to go that time. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's